Hey everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with Board Game Geek, and I'm also here with cool guy Stephen Monacore from Stronghold Games.
Sporting his sunglasses because he's now not New Jersey Stephen.
Oh
he's
yeah,
Florida
that's
Stephen,
right. Of
so,
course, you have a perfect excuse for that.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wow.
And wearing
Hey, you look a little different.
first time ever on camera.
Okay.
On any interview where I'm not wearing.
It's a hot exclusive here.
Where I'm not wearing a
BGG
Stronghold
Games
Games polo in red. I'm wearing a Stronghold Games action wear.
I like it.
So
you going to go for a run later? Or?
Maybe play soccer or something like that,
yeah.
right? But I've been wearing these like on the travel days and on the setup days, just because it's something a little bit different, and I don't have to mess up those shirts. So But I've been getting a lot of compliments on these things. I mean, there's like they're kind of fun and they're different kind of material, and they look kind of cool, even though I'm not cool.
I think you look very cool, man. You look very cool. And yeah, you brought some cool stuff with you.
I always
right?
try to bring some cool stuff. So why don't we take a look and see?
Sure, let's dive in. I'm interested.
What we got? So, and there it is right there. So I can see it. A little bit of glare there. Sorry about that. So what did we do here? So, Stronghold Games picked up an entire series of roll and write games, mostly from Schmidt Spiele, which is a very large company out in Germany. Actually, they're like almost as big as Ravensburger.
Yes,
but they do like the gamer games out there mostly, and Ravensburger is most of the mass.
Yeah, if you're in North America, you might have come across them, but over across the pond, they're like
very
big name. Yeah,
really, really big name. So the first thing that we picked up, of course, was Ganz schon clever.
Yeah,
right?
Very popular title.
The Kenner Spiel des Jahres nominated game. It did not win by Wolfgang Warsch, who was like the hottest designer around. He had 3 nominations in last year's Spiel des Jahres. It was out of control what he did.
He's kind of out of control, right? There's so many designs, very different games. Like really
the
interesting.
Mind. Ganz schon clever. And Quacks of Fullenberg.
Really interesting.
And so we picked up Ganz schon clever, which we then sort of renamed into That's Pretty Clever, because that's. We try to do some things in English.
Yes.
And now we're coming out not only with that, which has been out, we're now doing a series of these roll and writes. 3 of the 6 of them are actually by him also, which is kind of good. So the second game in the series, not the second game that we released, but the second game is twice as clever, or doppelt so clever in Germany. So in this, it has the very similar idea to Ganz schon clever, where there's the active player in each turn, and they're going to select the die and make a mark, and then once that person, and they do the 3 dice, once they're done, everybody else does the passive player turn. But now there's different color dice, and the dice act quite a bit differently on your score pair.
And so, unlike some of our other videos, we're keeping it in the box here. Steven's going to paint a picture for us. It's going to be theater of the mind is what we're working with here. Yeah. Okay.
Not so much I can show you there anyway, but we'll keep.
So does it require you? Do you have to be twice as clever? Like, does this change the gameplay in that way?
What I like to say is that you really have to be twice as clever to end up scoring big in this game. I mean, it really takes the whole system to another level. Where before, it's kind of almost relaxing. Ganz schon clever. That's pretty clever.
Everything you're doing
is
getting
easy
points.
to do. You get the points, and you can score pretty well. I mean, I've scored in the high 200s. I don't think I've cracked 300. I can barely make a score of 200 every time I play this game. So now I'm only playing this because I got to figure out a way to do really well at this. So that's the second in the series, and that's twice as clever. Just street dated 2 weeks ago. So this is now just out in stores. Of course, we have it here at Origin.
Now available, right.
And then after that, we have Bricks, also by Wolfgang Warsch. Again, the guy's on fire. This is very, very, very different. This is like Tetris, the roll and write.
Really?
So it looks
I don't know anything about this one yet.
Yeah. So on the score pad, it almost looks like an arcade game.
A grid.
Yes, it's a grid, and it kind of looks like the old stand-up
like the
Tetris games.
Right. Yep.
So what you're doing after you roll the 2 dice, and it's going to indicate the shape that has to be played. Now you can change it by doing certain things. You can vary it using energy, but once it's selected, then everybody must draw that shape. So you literally will drop it sort of from the top of your sheet down to the bottom. And as you can kind of see here on this, you're trying to fill in as completely as possible the various rows. And when you do that, if you get all of them filled in each row, it's going to be 5 points. If you get 9 of the 10, 2 points. 8 of the 10, 1 point, and 0 after that. As you get higher in the grid, you'll get times 2s. Right, so the higher ones, you'll get twice as many. So you get all 10 there. You would actually score 10 points in that row. And the top row, the hardest one of all, is a times 4.
Now I know this isn't called Tetris or whatever, but does
no,
it
I can't even say that word. Can I say that word? Did I say Tetris?
No,
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You might have. Cool guy Steven said it, not you. So in this one, can you kind of bust, like, where you're like, I can't fit it in, and now I'm like, the stack's getting up there high, or?
So the answer is absolutely can. And if you play very, 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 very badly, maybe that'll happen early.
Yeah, right,
But
sure.
once you play, everybody will bust out
around the same time, right?
Within like one turn of each other.
Yeah,
It'll be a very quick thing. Now there are options like you can use these bombs here that are on the side to say, I cannot fit that piece, I don't want it. I'm going to spend a bomb, but I'm spending a victory point or 2 or 4 as I use my bombs up. So try not to use them. There's also, you can earn energy in the game. So you know how you use the joystick in the old video game to shift it over this way?
Of course, yeah.
So you use energy to shift it over if you want to sneak it underneath something and stuff like that. Or you want to rotate the pieces on the initial roll.
All right.
So that's Bricks. It is Tetris, the roll and write game, and again by the genius of Wolfgang Warsch.
I tell you, he's got so many different ideas within similar spaces and in completely different ones. So
amazing. We also have a game that we come out with a party game by him called Subtext.
Right.
Where I know
played that. I played that. Yeah.
Yeah. You did. What'd you think?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Pretty amazing,
again,
right?
I'm like this guy.
He keeps thinking outside the box. You have to. It's a drawing game, but you don't want to draw well.
Right.
You want to draw as subtly as possible to the clue.
Yeah.
Sort of like that Dixie
Like you've
thing.
seen in a lot of other games, where you don't want to be too obvious.
If you're too obvious, you're going to score 0
Right,
points. If you're
right.
not,
Yeah.
So
that's Bricks.
that was Bricks. So also in this line, which was released actually right before these two games, is not quite a roll and write, but it is a flip and write.
Yes.
Flip and write.
Yeah. Flip and write it is.
So it's by Uwe Rosenberg. Okay.
I know that name.
The man's credit is astonishing, right?
Yeah.
He did the whole line of games called the Puzzle Trilogy, Cottage Garden, Indian Summer, and Spring Meadow.
Right.
These beautiful, beautiful games. And now we challenged him to create a game where you are using those Tetris-like or Tetris extended, because they're not just the X number of pieces, right? They're bigger pieces. To use those ideas in a drawing game where you're writing down what the piece is, and you're trying to most completely fill in your grid.
Yeah.
The grid is, I don't know, 20 by 20 or something like that, piece of paper.
I had a chance to play this at BGG Spring, picking up at your booth, and it's interesting because you're basically have these 2 stacks of cards, and 2 will get flipped over, and each person decides which one they want to draw and which orientation.
Right.
And like a lot of these games where everyone's sort of doing the same thing at once, you think, well, isn't everyone going to do the same thing? No, everyone does wildly different things, and it creates these very different outcomes.
So the reason it can't be the same is everyone will start out with a different piece that they'll draw right at the beginning.
Initial starting.
Everybody will have an additional initial starting tile of, it's like an 8-piece Tetris piece, polyomino, I think they're called, right? So you draw that one in, and then 2 cards get flipped over. You might pick this one. Everybody might pick that one. Sometimes certain things are almost obvious toward the end of the game when you get that one piece that comes up. Everybody needs that one piece.
You were just dying for that little single space.
But they come out early. You probably don't want to use that piece. You want to use the bigger pieces to get more in there.
And it's called second chance because I believe, if I remember correctly, you might flip something over and be like, I can't use either of these, and then you get like a second chance to like.
That's only for you.
Yeah.
Here's your second chance, and if you can't put that on, then you're
down. Yeah.
And again, everybody will go out like literally within one turn.
Yeah.
This is a 10 to 15 minute game. You can play this game with anybody, kids, grandma. I mean, it's so simple.
And there's a certain artistic element to it, right? You see this on the cover. People, there's nothing in the rules that says you have to draw them all in different patterns. People just naturally do it. And you have these nice, beautiful little.
That's exactly right. You draw you end up doing that. People put smiley faces. They draw little flowers. I've seen Debbie Ohai play this game, and she was like she's an artist.
Yes.
And she was like,
wonderful artist.
Goodness, amazing stuff that she was drawing. So that's Second Chance by Uwe Rosenberg. And I want to mention one because I don't have them here. We already talked about Gone Schon Clever. That's pretty clever. And then we talked about Twice as Clever and Bricks and Second Chance. There's also 2 more games in this line coming out. So that's going to be a total of 6 of these games, all in the same year. But once you buy into this whole something and write kind of idea, you just want, I want that other one. I want that. And they're all like $20 games.
You got like a buffet here basically for people to choose from.
Absolutely.
Or to collect all of them and then say, hey, we want to play roll and write?
I recommend collecting.
You like all of them? That's the way you can go.
So the next 2, just to mention them, we don't have them again. They're on the boat. They're coming over. Are Dizzle. Actually, just getting in soon to the warehouse. It's, just missed the show. So Dizzle is by Ralph Zerlinde. He's also a noted designer, and you are rolling dice and you're putting them specifically as the active player onto your sheet and marking things off, and you can bomb people's things and stuff like that. So a little more interaction between the players in that. So that's the next one, and then the last one is a game that was called Knockmal in Germany.
Knockmal. I know Knockmal.
Knockmal
I bought that when I was in Germany.
We're calling it Encore because that's basically what it means once again
Yeah,
in
yeah.
German, and the French name in their version
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Encore. So we took that. It's a French word. It's an English word, and it's by very noted designers Inca and Marco Brand,
Yeah.
who did Village, and they're a Spiel des Jahres.
I don't mind saying, I
couple.
think if you enjoy these genres of games, I think knock them all, or what are we calling it?
Encore.
Encore, I think
Exclamation point.
definitely one to check
Yeah.
out. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that one quite a bit.
They're
as well.
all
Yeah.
all have a different spin on this, and of course, roll and
Yeah.
write is like the biggest thing right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing them. Some are less themed than
Yeah.
others. These are very little, very lightly
Right.
themed. Some of them are bigger, like we did Steamrollers with
Sure.
the train theming, and
Yeah.
we did La Granja Siesta with a farming theme.
Yeah.
But these roll and writes, themeless basically, but just very engaging and very fast.
Unless you want to draw the theme into it.
And you just
But you've got something here besides
Yeah.
just these, right? You got
I
another
know,
one
I
as
know.
well?
We gotta hurry, right?
Yeah, time.
Almost finishing.
Yeah.
So this, again, we're not gonna show it to you. It's
Yeah.
it's a big.
You're just
big
a big
box.
tease king here.
I'm a big
Yeah.
tease king. So in Valparaiso, this is
Yeah.
a light to medium weight Euro
Okay.
game with, by the way, if you look at this artwork, it's out of
Yeah.
control. This is Michael Menzel artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so
He's fantastic,
He is
yeah.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
everything. His portraits and his landscapes are absolutely astonishing. So we were able to get him for the game. And in Valparaiso, you are trading in the city of Valparaiso, Chile, during the 19th century, and you are going to be getting cards and programming actions that they're going to trigger.
That's what I heard about this. It's
They're
a
gonna
programming
trigger.
game.
Yeah, but programming actions, not like programming movements like a roll
Yes,
rally
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Programming your actions so that hopefully you can chain these actions
Okay.
to get certain goods that you can then go out and trade. You'll be establishing merchants in the various places
Right.
in Valparaiso, sending out ships. All of these little things in a nice, light, 45 to 90 minute game, light, medium weight.
And
Euro
so
game.
other players, can they interact with your, can they disrupt
Yes.
your programming a
They,
little
they,
bit?
they,
or-
can, they can certainly interact because you're going to be putting people out here into the harbor area where they're going to interact with one another.
Okay.
So there'll be a little bit of like, I got that area, you can't have that area.
Get it
and
there?
that,
Okay,
and that
okay.
kind of stuff as well. Yeah, I like the games with a little more interaction than just like, just do my thing
Right.
and nobody touches it. So that's Valparaiso. And this game is not even out yet at all and will not come out until the end of the month. So basically this is a June 26th release. And
Okay.
we have it here for the first time. We actually had it at BGG Con as well.
Okay, so coming out soon then?
Coming out very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
If you're here at the convention, come check it out.
Excellent.
We'll teach you how to play.
Well, look, always a pleasure. Thank you
you.
for running us through not just one, not just two, 4 games. 4 games. And it's hinting to 2 more.
Hinting at
Steven,
more games.
So nice. Really appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
buddy.
overview.
Thank you.
And all of you, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.